Hello everyone, I'm Ernest Hopkins, Director of Food and Beverage and Executive Chef for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Today I'd like to start my first series of lessons about cooking at home, and we're going to do sea scallops and of course Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. So we have here, like I mentioned before, 1620 right out of Mayport, Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Then we have these beautiful sea scallops here. It's very important to get the sea scallops, not the bay scallops, because the bay scallops are pretty much smaller than this. So that's, like I said, you have the sea scallops here and your 1620 shrimp. You got your salt and pepper. A lot of people go wrong trying to put different seasons on products, and you're taking out the natural flavor. My go-to, sometimes I do mix it up and put a little garlic and some fresh herbs or some other spices. Pretty much salt and pepper is the trick. A lot of people make that mistake by, like I said again, putting too many spices on your product. First thing, you want to have a hot pan. It's very important to have a hot pan when you're searing any product, any food item. It's very important to have a hot, very hot pan. So I'm going to turn my pan on here. So I suggest medium high to high heat. So while it's just warming up, and you can use peanut oil, you can use olive oil. I particularly like to use olive oil on a lot of my products. So, and you don't have to have that much. You're not frying anything. Again, you're just searing it. So don't have to put too much oil in your pan. Then the second step, you gotta make sure that you already previously did this, but you gotta make sure your item is very dry. I know it's from the sea and it's, living in water, but when you're cooking it, you want it dry as much as possible. Again, that's the way you get a very proper sear. All right. So you can generously season these bad boys. You do your pepper. So after you season them, you get you cook with, like I say, make sure you have even salt and pepper, olive oil. Make sure that the scallops are properly dry and the shrimp is completely dry. Again, very, very, very important that you make sure they are dry before you start your sear. And then you wait on your pan to get hot. Now, some people may say, hey, where's your Old Bay? Where's your lemon pepper at? And again, like I said, the go-to is salt and pepper. And you always have that option to go to other seasonings at the end. And when you do your pasta or your sauce, you can drizzle a little of that stuff in there. But when you're cooking for a general, like you got, 8-person family, everybody doesn't like the same thing. So you get an option at the end that you can add your seasonings. So you see here, you have this, your pan's getting hot. You can see the steam going upwards. And I'll talk about that later on. Why it's important to make sure that the steam always go up. So you want to make sure you put your scallops at least 1 inch apart from each other. You don't want overcrowding. When you overcrowd your scallops, that's when you can see the steam be inside the pan. You're basically cooking a sauce with it. And that's when you have tough scallops or any product you cook. So very important to see that your steam's always going up. The rule of thumb is probably like 2 minutes each side. Beautiful, beautiful seal, just like you see on the cover of the magazine. Remember, even when you flip it, you make sure it's 2 inches apart. A lot of people say once you saute it, you don't want to saute. Saute is when you're shaking the pan and you're jumping up. Saute is French for jumping. And you don't want your food to jump away from the pan because it creates air and it's not cooking. You won't get a proper seal. So not sauteing, just sear. Saute and sear are 2 different things. So actually we're ready to move these over to the plate to finish it off. And you add some shrimp, same process. Shrimp is smaller, so it's probably going to take 1 minute each side. And again, make sure you keep them far apart so they can properly sear. Again, the smoke is coming up and not around the pan. Rule of thumb, if you see smoke, if you see, not the smoke, but if you see the steam not going up, instead of, if it's around the pan not going up, then you're not doing a proper sear. You're actually just marinating your food in the sauce. So 45 seconds to 1 minute. It's a very hot pan, so I'll go more on the 45-second area. Look at that. All right, this is the first step. Okay, so jumping ahead, you might see a couple of things different. We had to change the pan. The pot was very hot. Some folks want you to cook in the same pan as your sauce because you're getting all the drippings and everything. I just transferred that over. Being it was a cast iron pan, black pan, you don't want it, it's a smoother look to me. That's why I transferred over. This is the part where I was telling you, here's the part where you can add your special Cajun seasoning, your black pepper. You got your heavy cream in here, and you got some dry white wine. Just to make a sauce to go with your later product. You can put this on, different starches. You can put it on top of rice. You can put it on top of mashed potatoes. You can put it on top of pasta, which we would do later on. Slow cook your sauce. Got pasta already for the sake of time. So you can take your shrimp and scallops, place it on top of your pasta. And again, this can be pasta, mashed potatoes, rice, whatever your starter choice is at home, okay? Take your pan and put your sauce right on top of everything. You gotta have an even hand to do this. If you're not comfortable picking your pan up, just use a spoon or a ladle. Finish off with some fresh cut up parsley. And finish off with some nice Cajun seasoning. Here you go. Nice sea scallops and Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Hope you enjoy your meal. Please give me feedback, comments, suggestions, and for next week's lesson. And can't wait to see y'all at 121 Financial Ballpark. The season will be here before you know it.